Hey y'all, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be the first video I film in such a long time. I'm sorry if I keep looking over here. It's because there's somebody walking in front of my house and I'm afraid my dogs are gonna start going off. But anyway, yes, today I'm gonna film a video, y'all. Oh, I'm filming a video. Okay guys, so it's been a very long time since I've seen you guys and I'm very sorry about that. It's just that I went through like a very well, now I know what was wrong with me. What was wrong with me is I had extremely low blood pressure. But again, if you're chronically ill, you understand and you know that chronically ill patients don't feel something coming on as a normal person does, because usually it happens slowly. So we just tend to adjust. So as we're getting sicker, we're just adjusting to that day, and then we get sicker the next day and we're just adjusting. And so before we know it, we're feeling very lethargic or tired or weak, and we didn't even realize how we got there because we're just so used to our body not being normal that we just adjust to the illness. And that's kind of what happened to me. I was just adjusting over time my day, and I was like, I'm gonna have a good day, you know. And then before I knew it, I was like really tired all the time. And of course, now looking back at it, I can see how I was like, oh my gosh, I was extremely lethargic and stuff. But when I was in it, I didn't feel it. I just felt really tired, and I just felt like I didn't have energy to film videos or like put, you know, again, like just the commentary content to speak, you know, to you guys about any topic. Really, it was just kind of getting through the day, and I was just kept telling myself like, oh, you're just really tired, you're just having a tired day, like, you know, got to check your iron levels. So hold on, my dogs are gonna go off. Hold on. Thank you. Outside. Okay, so yeah, so I just, getting back to what I was saying, sorry for that interruption. I just didn't feel it coming on. I didn't feel the only thing that kind of caught my eye was I kind of started feeling like kind of like I had to catch a breath, you know. But then I was like, oh no, you know, my pH is advancing. I was like super scared that that's what it was gonna be, you know, but it wasn't. It was my blood pressure being so low. So of course I sent a message to my medical team, you know, right away, and they were so attentive, and I just am so grateful to God to have them in my life. All the nurses, everybody that works at my hospital and my pulmonary team, they just are the best people ever, and I just could never fight this disease without them and their education and stuff. So I'm just so grateful, and I have like a lot of gratitude to God. And that's the thing. Oh, I'm sorry. My dogs are barking. And again, this is why it's very hard for me to film videos, because I get like really distracted with the kids and stuff. But they've been like encouraging me to film a video, mom. You need to film a video. And I'm like, I know. So if there's like cuts and stuff, that's what it is. But yes, I'm just really grateful, and I have a lot of gratitude that all these people have all this education to be able to monitor these drugs, because we have a very rare disease, you know. And when you're dealing with a rare disease, not all the doctors are educated on how these drugs work with the body and what needs to be done and how they need to be adjusted. And so next question I would assume that people would have is like, well, why did your blood pressure drop so low? You know, if you were doing so well, you know, could this be, and this is what my assumption was, and that's why I just assumed that this would be a question you would have as well. I always thought like, oh no, maybe my body's giving out. It's no longer accepting these medications. I've been on these medications for 10 years. And it's not exactly always the case. You know, I've been really on a journey to monitor my health, and drop any excess weight that I have. And so I've been just very slowly over time losing weight. And that is one of the big factors for me about the drugs that I'm on, is that any fluctuation in my weight will affect how strong they are in my body. I'm only 4'11" and I weigh 124 pounds. So the strength of these medications will cause the dilation in my body to drop low, like blood pressure. All these medications deal with blood pressure. And so that was mainly what we're kind of assuming the cause of all of this issue for me has been. I had another outside doctor, very smart, very amazing. I loved him so much. And he said, looking from an outside perspective, when people are overweight, we tell them, hey, first thing we need to do, you have high blood pressure, drop some weight. So he goes, you could technically, as a person, be a person that just has low blood pressure to begin with. And so when you're losing weight, it's not necessarily that these drugs are not working. It's just meaning like you're losing weight, your blood pressure is already low. These drugs are exacerbating that and causing this very extreme low blood pressure. So it's not necessarily like, oh, your body is giving out on these drugs. It's just that as your body chemistry is changing, the way the medications are working with your body is changing. And so we have to change with all those, differences. And that's just really, really, he gave me a lot of hope, and he gave me a lot of, let me, rephrase how I was going to say that. I was looking at things from a very narrow perspective. And what I realized, especially having this disease and in all things in life, is that we have to be very open-minded, because everybody's body functions differently, and all of these things are true, and looking at things from an open perspective made me understand that there's many different reasons why these drugs are changing in my body. It's not because my body's giving out, and again, we think that we know everything all the time, and it's not necessarily true. Also too, you got to really be open to accepting other concepts and theories. When you live your life in one perspective, the drugs do this, my illness does this, all this happens, and this counteracts this. When we think we know everything about everybody, and we think we know everything about our own cases, or if it works like this for me, then it works like that for you. If I decide this, then you should decide this too. We really put ourselves in a box, and we really shut down a lot of opportunities that we can have to understand other people's perspectives and other people's cases medically to help us look at our own self in a positive way. And I know that that's like a very broad way of saying things, but when you're open-minded to just different perspectives, it really gives you a lot more ways to create hope for yourself. And that's what I hope that I verbalize that correctly, because I have a lot of like very wide open concepts in my brain. But dealing with chronic illness and a degenerative disease, holding on to hope and holding on to different ways of looking at the world has been a gift that has come with having these things. Again, I thought going in there that I knew what was going on. My medications are not working. My body's tired of dealing with these medicines. But then no, it just turned out to be something so easily fixed, adjustable. And I'm just really, really grateful about it. So overall, that's been what I've been up to. I do know that they're coming in, they're crazy. I do know that I'm going to try my best to film videos more frequently. And I do have one that I want to make coming up about the books that I read, just for fun, So that's what I've been up to lately. If you follow my Instagram, or I made a TikTok, guys, it's terrible. I'm not a TikTok girl, but if you're on TikTok, you know, you can add me, PH Friend from Texas. I have been really not making content. And so hopefully, you can see, like, I'm not even dolled up. I'm just like trying to get this video out as soon as possible to you guys. Hopefully I will be able to make more content coming soon. I'm feeling much better. I gotta, you know, get some topics that I kind of want to talk about. But if there's anything you want to ask me, or like a topic specifically that you want me to make a video on, just put it in the comments. I will read it. I'm so grateful for you guys watching these videos and keeping up with my journey. And remember, I only do these videos because I want to share my PH journey with people that are newly diagnosed, that have, you know, not as critical stages as I am. I'm a stage 4 pulmonary hypertension patient. I am already on the IV therapy. I've been on IV therapy for 10 years. So these videos are for you guys to see issues that could arise. And blood pressure issues have been what I've been dealing with lately. So these are always just, you know, sharing my journey for you guys so that you guys know what's around the corner or what to look for. And I always say, look for your iron level, look for your, if you're dehydrated, look for your BMP, which is your heart monitoring, your heart failure. And the other thing is low blood pressure. So those are always things you have to monitor with these drugs. They're very, very intense. And yeah. So I'm so happy to be home, and I'm so happy that these medications are working, and I'm just so grateful to God. And I'm just, that's the thing, is that when you live like I do, nothing can upset you. Like, nothing can upset me. I'm telling you, like, I have dealt with like some very heavy things in my life recently, and I'm not bothered because I know that everybody's, you know, on a different path, and I am on my own. And I'm telling you, when you have that perspective and you're very open-minded about how God is going to bring you blessings, like, there's nothing that can change that mindset. When you've seen the miracles work in your life with these drugs, with having hope and prayer, those are my things that work for me. They may not work for you, but when you live in that mentality, nothing can upset you. Nothing can upset you. You know, so I'm just really, really grateful. That's gonna be my video for today. Sorry it's kind of short. I'm just kind of trying to get back into this, you know, making these videos. And I'll see y'all soon. I'm your PH Friend from Texas, and I'll see you in the next video.